I wanted to know what bothers you so much that you secretly judge a person doing it. Because a survey was done recently of a bunch of things that people secretly judge others for doing. And I really wanted to see what everyone's answer is here today. So let's go around the room. I know Justin said he had a list of
I made my own list.
He made a list his own.
I would have made it longer, but we didn't have enough time. Charlie Puth only had a 3-minute song, but I do have 5.
It's actually a 2.5-minute song. It's not even a 3-minute song.
Exactly. Come on,
time.
Puth.
No time, man.
So I want to go through my 5 quickly. I'm sure some of them will probably be. You said you have a list, right?
I have a list of them.
Of 10?
I don't know how many of there are. Maybe like 8 of them or something.
All right. Well, I bet you at least one of mine is on that list. So for me, being in radio, mispronouncing of words is infuriating, and I'll hear it a lot. I'll hear it so often on this station, other stations, in my normal everyday life.
You mean just like people just like mispronouncing a word or like not enunciating?
A little bit of both, but I think the mispronouncing of just completely butchering a word. And I watched it in a YouTube video yesterday, and I was thinking, like, why would you release this? Like, you could have done a take 2.
Don't you proof your work?
Yeah.
It takes 2 seconds to like...
It's like a well-edited video, and then he's saying possibly instead of possibly. I'm like, why not just, like, re-record that line or cut it out of the footage?
Vocabulary.
Or just bleep it out.
Yeah.
Just take it out completely.
So that's definitely a pet peeve or something that I secretly judge, but I'm not going to go up to that person and be like, you say words wrong.
Right,
so
exactly.
That's where I see the judgment.
This is a secret judging thing.
Bad music. When I'm in a car with somebody and they have the, if they're, I feel if you're driving, you should be in control of the music. But sometimes I'm in the car with people and they're listening to me. I'm very particular with my musical tastes. So my tastes, I'm sure, are bad to other people. But for me, I just can't stand certain genres and different, types of music that I'm going to judge you.
Okay.
I'm going to judge you.
Okay. Climate control, too. Like the AC and the heat.
Oh, I take over that. I don't care who you're driving.
I lock the windows in people lose window privileges in my truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of driving in trucks and cars, driving. I despise bad drivers. I will secretly judge you. And if it comes to a point,
dude, 'cause that's what I do all the time.
If it comes to a point, though, I will say something. If you're on your phone,
it's rare, but yeah, I've done it too.
My buddy Tyler, for instance, love the guy, but his automobile, if you ever seen the movie Tommy Boy, it's pretty much that same car at this point. He literally has one side of working windshields wipers. So, like, he'll be driving. It was torrential downpouring one day this summer, and we're driving. First of all, I get into his car, and there's just sticks and, like, shrubs on his passenger seat car. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, why do you have stick? Are you a dog? Like, what is going on? Do you collect sticks? So I just like slowly brush some of them off.
They're on your seat, not even on the floor?
No, on the seat. So I don't want to know. I actually don't want to know what was going on there. And then we're driving along, and then
he's nesting.
And then all of a sudden it's raining, and like he's like, I could see from my side. I'm like, yeah, but I can't see, so I don't know what the hell's happening. And you can't see the right side, so you don't know if there's a stop sign or nothing. So I was terrified, so much to the point where I was like, I'm probably never going to get in this vehicle again.
Oh my God.
So driving's definitely on my list. Bad breath.
Bad breath.
I cannot take that. But I can't go up. And the whole point of this is like the secret judging.
Yeah, secret judging.
I can't go up to somebody and say your breath's bad.
Yeah, I feel bad.
That's what I do. I go up, if someone's breath really stinks, I go, you need to brush your teeth or something.
I can't do it.
No, for me, what I do is just give them a gum. Like, this is for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, whenever someone offers me gum, my immediate thought is my breath kicking right now?
Yeah.
My breath must be kicking. They're offering me. Let me take it. I'll take it.
And, everybody's bound to have bad breath at some point. Like,
yeah.
Like right now, I'm talking a lot, so I have a little bit of cotton mouth. If I drink some water, I'm sure I'll be fine. But like, if you go through a long day, I don't drink coffee, but a lot of people drink coffee.
I definitely have coffee breath right now.
So like, you're bound to. But there's a difference. There's a difference between like having bad breath for a moment or consistently having bad breath.
Chronic?
Yeah.
Chronic bad breath.
Like I worked with this girl, Christina, and she used to smell like mothballs. And she was like 23 years old.
God.
She was a young girl. It's not like she was like an old lady who
She
would
wasn't
smell.
like 50 years old or anything.
But she was just like mothball breath Christina, we used to call her.
Oh, mothball breath. Not even like her clothes smelled like mothballs.
No,
like
the
her
mouth.
breath. Oh
The
my
mouth.
God. What? It doesn't even make sense.
And then speaking of the mouth, my number one judgment is people that don't know how to properly chew their food. Just the slurping. My ex used to bite on her fork, so she'd be like, ding, like she would bite her food, and you would hear the clicking of her teeth hitting the fork.
I hate the.
Or the slurping.
Yeah,
I secretly judge that too.
And I go to the movies, as you guys know, at least once a week. And like, I don't know why they decided that popcorn will be the snack choice to have, And then the opening of food, just open the damn candy. You see, you're like,
all right, so I have a lot of similarities to Justin.
Open it!
I have a lot of similarities to Justin. One, driving. I hate, my biggest pet peeve on driving is when there is a sign that says, do not do this, and people force their way to do this. For example, there is an intersection on 110 right by the Costco, and it's a Costco, and across the street is the 7-Eleven. Now, the 7-Eleven has two entrances, right? One that connects to 110 and one connects to, what is that street called? It's not Colonial Springs at that point. It used to be, I forget the name of it. But what happens is the street that's not 110, there is a sign that says no left turns. And I can't tell you how many times people try to make a left turn out of there. Now, mind you, it's a very busy intersection and it's very no visibility when you make that left turn.
Yeah.
It is very dangerous. There's a reason why that sign is there. But yet, every single day I drive past that, someone tries to make that left turn and it drives me insane. I actually got into a fight with a guy the other day because I was parked up, not allowing people to get through because there's a sign that says no left turn. This guy forces his way into the tiny little space I have between me and the car in front of me, and he's like an SUV pushing his way through, honking his horn, yelling at me, and I'm looking at him there's no left turn. What are you doing? He winds up calling me all these names, cursing me out, saying you're an a-hole, you're a B because you wouldn't move. I'm like, you're an idiot because you're making a illegal left turn. There's clearly a sign right there that says no, and you're still pushing it for it, man. Absolutely hate that.
well, that's how
Usually I don't say anything.
The last meeting that happened last year for the WHPC all-staff meeting, which we do have tonight, I had to miss because I was in the right lane.
Oh, boy.
And there was a truck in the left lane, and the truck wanted to make a left turn where you're not allowed to make a left turn. There's literally that sign that says no left turn.
Yep.
And for him to make that left turn, he had to swerve into the right lane to get so he would have the right angle to make that left turn.
Horrible.
So my car was literally totaled by an 18-wheeler.
Jesus.
Just missing my windshield and just could have exploded in my freaking face. Pause. That's what she said. And, so yeah, I'm with you on that. But speaking of the no left turn, what about when you're at a red light and there isn't a sign that says don't turn on red, no turn on red.
Right.
So you're allowed to turn on the red.
And no one turns
And
right.
no one's turning. And I'm
hate
honking
that.
the horn. I'm like, go, go, go.
I
And they're
hang
just
on
not
the horn
going.
until they go.
Yeah.
People don't know how to drive these days.
Well, especially if it's just a right lane only. I've been in the ones where it's go straight or go right. I'm like, why isn't?
Oh, yeah.
Why isn't this MF returning? And then you go straight. I'm like, oh, now I feel bad.
So one other thing that I secretly judge people for is when I'm playing a video game and I'm on voice comms with friends, you know what I mean, and we're all on mics and all that, and my friend has a bag of chips and he's
Yeah.
we got a guy over there, watch out for that guy, he's gonna be shooting at us. Okay, watch out, I'm pushing in, push forward. Dude, stop chewing. I hate that.
Chewing on the radio is
horrible.
definitely a bad one as well.
Oh yeah. You don't want it. No one wants to hear that, man.
Unless they bring some delicious food down here, like Tropical
Pantano's
Smoothie
Gourmet.
and Tropical Smoothie
And
Cafe
Tropical Smoothie
and all
Cafe.
Pantano's Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Love those places.
Who wants to go next? Who wants to tell us
I'll
about something
go.
they secretly judge others for?
I'll go.
Yeah.
So when you're at a gas station and someone just parks right in the pump that you want to go to and they're just using it as a parking space, I hate when people do that.
People use it as a parking space?
Yeah.
You have to go inside to maybe get a drink or a lottery
Never
ticket.
seen that before.
Oh, I see it all the time.
At a
I do
pump?
it. Yeah, I
You
do
park
it.
at a pump?
I've done it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Screw it.
Oh my god.
Ever touch the pump to make it look like you at least did something with it?
No, but I'll go in because sometimes you could, you pay inside sometimes. You don't have to necessarily pay, if you want to pay
I didn't
cash.
know
you
that
go
was a
inside.
thing people did, honestly. Now, now I'm judging you secretly about it. Well, not so secretly, but I'm judging you.
What else do I hate? I hate when you're driving and there's no room like people are honking at you to like make a turn. I hate when people do that and there's no room for you to move.
Yeah.
And there's like cars in front of you. Like yesterday I was driving home and some guy did that and I just like stood there till like the light was like turned red again because it's pissing me off.
On top of that, when the light just turns green and some guy behind you honks
the
a
honk,
horn
the
immediately.
immediate honk.
Like, dude, really?
Yeah.
Like 5 seconds. Calm yourself. Like, no, stop it.
When people do that, I just start driving really, really slow.
Oh, you got it. You have to. You have to.
That's a rule.
Even if even if it's like emergency.
Yeah.
Like my mom's in the hospital. Nope, sorry. This guy honked at me. You got to drive real slow now.
I agree. Anything else to add to your list, Linda?
We can do this all day, really.
Do one more, at least.
Another thing that I really, really hate is when people chew with their mouths open.
Yeah, I hear that
agree.
too. I hear that. Melissa, let me hear your list. Give me a couple of them.
For me, is when someone's on their phone while I talk. That pisses me off a lot.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're talking to them, they're just staring at their
Just
phone.
they're like, are you serious? Like, you're not gonna listen to the conversation. But what I do to them is like, I'm gonna do the payback, you know?
Yeah,
to
just
keep
do right back to them.
Yeah. I hate when the fact that they don't know how to park.
Regular parking or parallel parking?
Like power parking. It's just no. It's like really.
Speaking of accidents, that's another accident I got into. I went to physical therapy. I parked my car, perfectly because I'm an excellent driver, like Rain Man.
Like Rain Man.
So I parked my car, and then I'm leaving the doctor's office, and I noticed a car next to me is parked at an angle, like sort of pointing towards my vehicle, and I'm thinking, please, if somebody was in that passenger side, they had to have hit my car door. Like there would have been no way for anybody to get out of this. And there's like a million spots in this parking lot, and they had to pick that spot. So lo and behold, I go up to my car, and there's a giant dent in it. And I'm like, all right, that's great. That's great. So I had to go into the doctor's office. I was like, who the hell's driving a maroon Buick? And they're like, it was a guy who didn't know any English. I'm like, oh, my God, this is not going to end well. Like, I don't know how to communicate to this guy that he hit my vehicle.
What's, like language he
was speaking Spanish. So I got
Okay.
I got a few of the words. I understood,
What he said, if you don't remember.
No, he was just communicating to actually one of the people that works there that did speak Spanish. So we had like a translator.
Okay.
But yeah, the bad parking, again, it raised my insurance rates. I didn't know you shouldn't report every single accident that occurs, even if it's not at fault, even if your vehicle's not moving, which was the case with 3 accidents that I had this year. I got rear-ended, I had a yield, I got hit while I was stopped at a red light, and I had a parked car. I reported all 3 of them, all not at fault. And then I get something in the mail saying my insurance rates have raised because I was in 3 accidents.
Oh my God!
I'm like,
what?
but I didn't do any of them.
You know what's crazy is like I hate the part when you get into the accident and then you say a true statement. It's just people be saying a false statement just to get out of the way, and that's no.
Yeah. No, that's what that happened in accident number 2. That's what occurred with me.
What else you got, Melissa?
I hate when people snores.
People snore. Okay.
Yeah, I really hate it because it's like. Just shut up! Like I don't want to hear it. Just do
I don't think they have control.
They have sleep apnea. Leave them alone.
My friend actually has that.
Like
It's terrible.
snoring and like breathing so hard. It's like no, like there's.
So you don't like a mouth breather that goes.
Don't watch The Sopranos.
I think it was yesterday. I was in class for communication, G building. It was like a guy behind me. He was breathing so hard. And I turned around. I was like, excuse me, can you just like not?
Oh, you actually said something?
Yeah,
oh my God!
and then I was like, can you sit somewhere else or not? Start to.
All right, we're not gonna.
That's not secret judging now.
I'm sorry.
We're not gonna get canceled.
I have to be honest because it's like no.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was this a larger man?
Uh-oh.
Honest. No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Just a mouth breather.
Why?
Just a heavy mouth breather. Okay. that might be worse. I don't know. Addison, what do you got that you secretly judge people over?
I got a few, but one of them that sticks out. I hate it when people go crazy for their food. Like your food comes out like, ooh, this is gonna be bomb. Good eats, good eat. Just shut up and eat it.
No, wait.
And eat it.
Piggyback on that real quick.
Shut up and eat it.
Piggyback on that. People who take pictures of their food.
That I get, but if you
No, I hate that. I secretly judge everyone for that.
If you really bougie and don't say anything and just click, put the phone away, I'm okay with that. But and then the worst when they take their first bite. Oh, bomb, good eats. All right. It's like when you watch Food Network, I almost want to throw up because every time Guy Fieri's going to take a bite, it's the same crap every episode. All right, ready, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. My mom,
I'm in Flavortown. Yeah.
My mom has like genuine opinion. She goes, "Oh, that was so tasty." I'm like, who says tasty? What is wrong with you? Like, no one talks about their food like that. Oh, it's so tasty. I'm going to get it again. Like, oh, please, just shut up and watch Fox News.
You would have hated me at the bowling alley the other week. I got root beer. And I haven't had root beer from the tap in like years. And I was going up to everybody. I was like, you got to try this root beer. It's really good. This is so delicious. It's so good and tasty.
So good and tasty.
But my biggest one is people who dwell on their opinions. Like I say something and like we all have our beliefs and stuff. But there's been times like I strongly have disagreed with people. And I just keep my mouth shut. I'm like, all right, I don't care. I don't care enough to voice up. But I believe, yes, you have the freedom of speech, but you don't have the right to be listened to. That's my take. Like, I was talking about Chick-fil-A one time, and some girl heard me. I'm like, oh, Chick-fil-A, it's actually really good. I'm happy. And she goes, yeah, I don't agree with their views. And before she can go into her monologue about why she doesn't agree with Chick-fil-A, I'm like, yeah, me too. Being closed on Sunday's a bitch. Don't even start. You know how many times people out there start talking about things? I'm just like, yeah, nodding my head. Yep.
My Lord.
Yeah, sometimes people just talk because they like to hear their own voice and their opinions are just...
social media. Look at Facebook. Old people who grew up with no social media. All of a sudden we give them Facebook. Oh, wow, everyone on my friends list wants to hear my take on this.
Yeah, they're all of a sudden experts. It's like, you know nothing about the Queen. You know nothing about diseases and politics. And now all of a sudden you know...
Oh,
yeah. Everyone's a doctor after COVID, man. Everyone's a scientist, a doctor. Everyone has a PhD, an MD.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man.
So that's those are my gripes.
I hear you, man. I hear. So here's the list we're going to get into of things that people secretly judge others for. So at I was only at 9. No, it's not even a full 10. It's only 9. Number 9. Pen clickers.
Pen clickers?
Pen clickers. People who sit there just clicking their pens, open and close as fast as they can. oh God, it's coming. It's coming. There's a there it is. There it is. All right. People who stand, and number 8 is people who stand in doorways, usually deep in conversation. When you do that, you're just keeping people on both sides of the door from moving freely. So people who just like stand in the middle of the door, talking, blocking everyone's way.
I so agree with that. It's just like, why are you standing in this spot right now? You understand this is a walkway.
Yes, yeah, I got it.
Go in another region. I always notice that City Field.
When you finally say something, they look at you like you're rude.
Yeah. City Field is the worst. It's like,
oh my God.
Why? This is there's plenty of spots for you to chit chat, but right here, this is where people are trying to walk and go to their seats.
Number 7, loud motorcycles.
I hate anybody who actually rides a motorcycle. I don't care if it's loud. I don't care if it's soft. I don't care anything. I hate them.
Number 6.
They just don't follow the rules. The motorcyclists, they just have their own land of the law. Like,
really
I'm going to go, I'm going to swerve. Red light? Who cares? Let's do a wheelie.
Sports bikes.
Well, the sports bikes, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not so much of I love cruisers, and I love people who ride cruisers, but the crotch rocket's not a fan of, man. Number 6, people who come in right before a business closes and just leisurely stroll around with their cart.
From somebody who works in a place like that closes at 6 o'clock. If you're coming in at 5:58 to trade in 100 different video games,
kick rocks, man.
I hate you. I legitimately, you are a disgrace.
What if someone just came in really quickly and needed a game that you know you have? Like,
quick. It's got to be quick. Yeah. It's got to be quick.
If you're taking your time, walking around, browsing, wasting our time, not buying anything, oh my God.
Get out. But if you know what you want and you're there, just, all right, quick.
Yeah. Look, I know what exactly want. I need this. This is this. Cool. That's fine. I'm okay with that. If you know exactly what you want and you got to run in and out because you know, like, I'm so sorry, I know you're closing, but I just really need this real quick. Do you have this in stock? Yeah. Okay, I understand. Things happen. But if you're like, I had this once before. I had a lady and her friend walk in. So the 2 ladies walk in and they're like, oh, are you guys closing? You're like, yeah, we're going to be closing in a few minutes. Like, okay, well, it won't be long. And they just like walk around, nice
Window
and
shop.
slow, looking at this, looking at that. Oh, this is cute. And it's just like 5 minutes after we close, 10 minutes after we
You
close.
gotta say something.
I've actually like
I've
kicked
worked
people
at-
out of Target.
I say them all the
worked
time.
at stores
Yeah.
that you're not allowed to say anything.
Oh, I
Yeah.
say it. I say 5-minute warning, guys.
I've done that before, but once it happens, we're not allowed to kick people out. We have to let them because they're potential customers and they can potentially buy something. No, they're not potential customers. They ain't gonna buy nothing.
You know what's crazy is a guy came in at around $550.
Oh, God.
On Sunday. He literally bought a $700 video game console. We had an
well, that's not
exclusive
bad.
Metroid 3DS in the box. He spent with taxes $740. So there are people that do come in last minute and buy stuff.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. All right. Number 5, allow your child to run around and scream at places they shouldn't.
Damn, I feel
I
bad
hate
for the
people like
mothers.
that.
Restaurants, movies.
Punt the kid.
Like some of these parents, and they'll just let their kid do it.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
problem.
He'll
let them
tire
do it.
himself out. No, you
No.
gotta take him out of the movie theater at that point.
Not
If it's a
Barbarian.
movie.
Not there.
Yeah.
Not that one.
Number 4, people who put their blinker on after they get in the turning lane or when they're already mid-turn.
They just want to get in an accident, get the money.
I did that
Just
yesterday, actually. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm turning.
Number 3, spitting in public.
Oh, well, you'll hate me then. Go on my TikTok. 90% of my videos.
Yeah. Number 2, people who park at the gas pump when they're not actually pumping gas or paying inside. Like people who
Exactly.
just sit there fooling around on their phone. Yeah, there you go. One came on the list. All right. And number 1, people who take their dog to the store and leave them alone in the car, especially in the heat and especially when it's a regular shopping trip, not just running in and out for 1 or 2 items.
Are dogs just allowed in stores these days?
No, it
Not
has to
all
be
stores.
service dogs.
Yeah, but who's asking for paperwork?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
You can bring
Who's
Lincoln.
that ass? It's just like, is this a service dog? So I think I might bring my dog there.
Just call it a service dog?
Yeah, why the hell not?
Just put a little thing on him, just put a little
vest.
vest on
Yeah.
him. Service dog.
Let's do it.
The Nassau Morning Madhouse.
90.3% fun. The other 9.7% is still sleeping.
Hey, wake up, stupid! 90.3 WHPC.